Hey everybody, Brett Mix here doing more in memory videos. Today it's Owen Hart. So I'm just going to read a few facts about Owen Hart and then talk about his death and the events surrounding it. Owen Hart was born in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, the youngest of Stu and Helen's 12 kids. He was a former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, becoming the first non-Japanese wrestler to win the title in 1988. He feuded and had an incredible match with the likes of Jushin Thunder Liger over in Japan. I've watched that match personally. It's amazing. It's online, and you should definitely check it out if you like great in-ring wrestling. Owen was PWI's Rookie of the Year in 1987. He was in the WWF. He was a two-time Intercontinental Champion, European Champion, and a four-time Tag Team Champion. Among tag teaming with Jim Neidhart, Yokozuna, Davey Boy Smith, and Jeff Jarrett. He won the 1994 King of the Ring over Razor Ramon. He main evented SummerSlam 94 and Canadian Stampede 97, getting the pinfall victory over Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hart re-signed with the WWF in early 1998, going from $200,000 a year to $350,000. Those numbers aren't official, just rumored from outside sources, including Jim Cornette, his former manager. Hart's last Raw match took place May 17, 1999, where he defeated Val Venus on an episode of Raw is War. His last official match, though, was at a house show one night before his death in Chicago, where he partnered with Jeff Jarrett, taking on the team of Edge and Christian. On May 23, 1999, Hart fell to his death in Kansas City, Missouri during the Over the Hedge pay-per-view event. Hart was in the process of being lowered via harness and grapple line into the ring from the rafters at Kemper Arena, and was booked to win the Intercontinental Championship against The Godfather. In keeping with the Blazers' new buffoonish superhero character, he was to begin a dramatic entrance being lowered to just above the ring level. It was an elaboration of the Blue Blazer stunt done previously from Sunday Night Heat earlier in Survivor Series 98. The being lowered would end up being lowered from that grapple line. He would have to act entangled and then release himself from the safety harness to fall flat on his face in the buffoon-like character. Instead, he fell 78 feet to his death, landing chest first on the top rope, approximately a foot away from the nearest turnbuckle, throwing him into the ring. Hart had performed the stunt only a few times before. Hart's widow, Martha, suggested that by moving around to get comfortable with both the harness and his cape on, Hart unintentionally triggered the early release. I personally believe, due to the fall taking place 5 seconds after his theme hit in the promo package, Hart was in the air, and his ears are right next to the stereo from the scoreboard. I think maybe he went to move like this, and in doing that, the clip snapped, because it took less than 5 pounds of pressure to make it. It's like a sailboard clip, sailboat clip. So it didn't take much movement for it to break at all. Either way, his cause of death was confirmed from Truman Medical Center in Kansas City, Missouri, to be from internal bleeding from blunt force trauma. The impact of the ring ropes and canvas severed his aorta, resulting bleeding to death just minutes later inside. He was 34 years old and had only been so for 2 weeks. He also had just moved into his dream home, where he planned to settle down and move on from the wrestling business after its current contract had run its course. I think this death in particular is hard for us fans because of the tragedy behind it. I don't know, just how someone so nice and funny and talented could die such a horrific and unnecessary way. Mick Foley even said, I never thought anything like that could happen in wrestling. Owen met his wife, Martha, in high school and would go on to have 2 kids, Oj and Athena, in the early mid-90s with her. She won a $20 million settlement with the WWF for the year 2000. Because multiple cameras WWF have at ringside, especially during pay-per-view, they have a video of Owen's impact, but it remains deep in the WWE's vault, with instructions to never view, duplicate, or destroy. Despite a ton of people having thought they'd seen the fall from either distorted memories or just plain bluffing, no fan has ever watched the fall, and McMahon has it for legal reasons. May 28th, 2011, Hart was inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame by Jack Blaze in Wheeling, West Virginia at their LPW Heart and Soul event. The award was accepted by his brother-in-law Jim Neidhart, who was also inducted that night, who is also now deceased. WWE wrestler Kevin Owens named his son after Owen and also took the ring name Owens, based off of Owen Hart. On September 20th, 2021, All Elite Wrestling announced an Owen Hart Cup tournament in partnership with the Owen Hart Foundation, wherein the winner will receive a trophy called the Owen. The company also announced production and distribution of an original Owen Hart merchandise and Hart as a character in AEW's upcoming video game, Fight Forever. WWF paid tribute to him the next night after his death, and I'll echo Jim Rose's quote as the final quote to end his broadcast. He said, "We'll never forget you, Owen." And that's how I'll end this as well.